Tuesday, we go game on, game over with Vashti Hurt. Vashti, what's good with you?
Hey guys, I can't believe Jasmine has never heard Easy Lover.
Thank you. See, finally.
Oh
finally.
my goodness. That song slaps, Jazz. That song slaps, man. Easy Lover is a classic.
I heard it does sound good. I just somehow missed that one.
Oh, good.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody else is thinking the same thing I was thinking.
All right, guys, let's head into it. Game on and game over. The change in Cam Newton has been a major talk among Carolina Panthers fans, with many questioning his health, but more importantly, his passion. Game on and game over that it's too early to be worried about QB1.
Okay, in terms of his it is not too early to be concerned about Cam when it comes to his health. I don't think there's a question about his passion or whether he's like tuned into this team.
I'm kind of like in the middle. I'm not sure Cam. I'm not sure what's going on with Cam. It's kind of hard to somewhat try to figure out what's going on in his mind when he walks in with a scarf on.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You're drawing some connection between what he wears.
I gotta chill on the scarf.
Really?
I get the scarf. I know it's different, but he's been rocking this since all off season. This is his new thing. It's it's like Odell Beckham. People aren't getting on Odell Beckham really for wearing these expensive watches while he plays. It's his new thing. I don't know if the scarf. Go ahead.
I'll say Cam's got a passion for fashion. That's for sure.
I just don't think there's a correlation between what he wears and what he does on the field.
Well, let me just say this again. It is extremely difficult to take him serious when he walks there with a damn scarf on his head.
Why?
He's like, well, he's talking about the defense that he had to face and all. You sit there looking at this guy like, seriously?
What's wrong with it?
Okay.
Looks like Thelma or Louise.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they had a side by side with him and Whitney Houston the other day. Look just like Whitney.
Okay.
May she rest in peace. Yeah.
Fashion sense aside, I personally feel that Cam has not looked like himself, health wise or even passion wise. He's usually this bolt of energy, and I just haven't. I see it at times off the field, but I just haven't seen it on the field. And I think that it's week 2, but the Panthers haven't really won in a long time, carrying over to last season. And so, is it too early to be concerned? I don't think so.
Well, Cam has lost 8 games in a row. He's not himself. The Panthers, man, I don't know. I mean, and this could be a perfect season to come up because looks like New Orleans is going to be going the other direction with Drew Brees being out.
Yeah.
And they let Tampa Bay, they let Jameis Winston beat them. Really? Seriously?
Yeah.
That's not a good look. Anyway,
maybe Tampa Bay is better than what people think.
Huh?
No. Okay.
No.
Say what?
Move on.
Okay.
They're like Cleveland Browns. Cleveland not that good.
I agree. The Panthers definitely tricked that off. Okay. Michael Jordan, he sold a significant portion of the Hornets to New York investors. Jordan says he will continue to run the Hornets and make decisions regarding the organization, but the new owners will help to modernize and add new technology to the franchise. Game on or game over that Jordan giving up a significant piece of the Hornets will be a good thing for the franchise.
The ceiling is the roof.
I say game on because have you seen the franchise lately?
Game on, some change, get some other moving pieces in there. I think we may be seeing, maybe a new Hornets look.
Yeah. They'll help with the technology, but can they get us a decent point guard or something? Decent forward?
Well, I think with those new things, you may.
Maybe you can attract people there. Because part of the issue is that the free agents, when they're available to go to other teams, nobody seems to come to Charlotte.
Yeah.
And maybe
nobody wants to be here.
Yeah, everybody wants to leave and go to other places. So maybe they can make it more attractive to some of the free agents, and maybe the technology is part of it. I don't know. Maybe so.
I mean, game on. Anything that could possibly help this franchise, I think, would be a good thing. I don't know how much of its troubles that we've seen in recent seasons can be attributed to Michael Jordan. But maybe him not having as much control. I think I read that he really had upwards of 80 to 90% control of the team. They have not released what percentage he sold. They're just saying it's significant. But having another chief at that table would be a good thing as far as perspective regarding the franchise.
I'm really surprised knowing Michael, I don't know him well, but I'm
about to say, y'all having lunch today?
Right.
No. I don't know him. I mean, come on. I don't know him like that. But I do know that he is really a controlling. I mean, he likes to control a lot of things. And I'm surprised that he was willing to give some of that control up. That's really surprising.
He's a control freak?
I didn't say that. I say he likes to control things.
Okay.
I've heard that also.
Right.
I've heard that also, Reese. And,
right.
and I couldn't help but question, okay, is Jordan looking to phase himself out of the Hornets with this ownership change? But he was very clear that he still runs day to day and he still is the majority owner. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with the Hornets.
And Jasmine told me today that they're going to be here in Chapel Hill.
I think they're doing training camp again.
Yes, yeah. So maybe we'll get a chance to see some of the changes. Hopefully, sooner than later. We'll see.
I wouldn't bet on them this season.
Okay.
All right. Jalen Ramsey is the latest player to request a trade from a team he's unhappy with, which seems to be a new trend in the league. See Antonio Brown and everything that happened this offseason with them game on and game over to players not completing their contracts and asking out of situations they're not happy in.
I'm saying game over. That's been my perspective all along. I think that's why I was upset with Zeke Elliott holding out after having 2 years left on his contract. Play through your contract. Everybody trying to jump ship. Even Steve. We had a soundbite earlier with
Steve Young.
Steve Young was talking about how it's kind of remind you of the NBA. With LeBron and KD, everybody want to go play their boys with high school with. Man, stay on the team that drafted you when your contract is over. You go anywhere. But don't be trying to jump ship. Jalen Ramsey, he came in with this Brinks truck talking about give me my money and all this fanfare. Man, go somewhere and hide. I'm done with that.
It's time to get this money.
So I will go game on.
Really?
If the
I'm not
situation.
surprised for these millennials. They
Whatever.
You cannot make it a millennial thing.
Yes,
Of course he feels that way. Sometimes
everything's instant. Everything is instant, like instant.
Can I finish?
Oatmeal and grits, all that. Go ahead.
Thank you, Reese.
Okay.
No, okay. I understand sticking it out. And if there is no legitimate reason where you need to bounce early, then stay. But game on if you're in a situation that is not working properly for you in terms of like you cannot grow professionally or this is just an environment that is toxic for you, get out of there.
Well, it's toxic because he's making it toxic, Jalen Ramsey.
And that's an argument you can make. But just in overall, players leaving before their contracts are up, if the situation seriously calls for it, yes.
Well, the Miami Dolphins can't trade everybody.
That's true.
They'll try. They're tanking, which is we haven't seen it at this level in the NFL. But I'm curious how the league addresses what Miami is doing. Look, I agree somewhat with Reese, and I agree somewhat with Jasmine. Like if you are in, I believe that players outplay their contracts, and with football, with as brutal of a sport it is, as far as being injury prone, you have to cash out as much as possible. So if Zeke wants to get paid, I'm not mad at him getting paid. I don't know what the situation is with Ramsey. When it seems like it's self-inflicted, like you're just being a diva, I don't think you should just be like, okay, I'm tired of you guys, I'm ready to go. But if it's a situation where there's been, ongoing conflict and it's toxic for both sides, I don't see an issue with it. But let's remember, there's no loyalty in sports. And these teams are not loyal to these players. So why in the world should these players be loyal to their teams?
Good point.
Because these teams can cut guys without them fulfilling their contract and not have to pay them a dime. So on the flip side, if they want to dip and go to a better situation, I don't see a problem with it, especially with the lack of loyalty in professional sports among owners and teams and players.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I agree. One more right quick. What you got?
All right. Wake Forest football, who is 3-0. They received 14 votes in the AP poll released Sunday afternoon, giving them an effective ranking of number 31 in the country. But the talk around Carolina country is still the resurgence of the Tar Heels. Game on or game over that the Deeks are getting the respect they deserve in the state.
I think so. I think that it's growing increasingly. I think this is what they're coming off of their third consecutive winning season, going into what could be their fourth, and then stopping this Tar Heel team with a lot of talk around them. I think they are. I think people are starting to recognize that Wake Forest is starting to be a team that they'll hear a lot more about.
Part of the problem is that the fact that Carolina played South Carolina and Miami and beat both of those teams,
right.
And that has a lot to do with, and came back really with a little more time, could have came back and beat Wake Forest. So it's more about Carolina and less about Wake Forest, I think, in this scenario. Wake Forest is a good football team, though, so I think if they continue to win next couple of weeks, they'll probably get up in the top 25. We'll see. So.
Yeah, I think they have to get in the top 25 before statewide. I mean, Carolina and Duke are still kings in this state. Wake Forest is kind of like the little brother. So,
and plus, when Carolina beat Clemson in 2 weeks, everybody's gonna take notice.
Oh, Reese.
Are you serious?
No,
Reese?
he's not.
Put it down. I'm telling you right now, put it down.
I don't know. What was that game? He predicted another game that I never thought that he would get right, and I don't remember it. But he got it right.
Hey, fast time. Most things I predict, they become true. Daniel Jones gonna start for the Giants this Sunday. I said it 2 months ago.
Yeah.
That's right. What was the guy who got drafted?
Cameron Johnson.
Cam Johnson. That's what you said.
I hate that one.
All right, fast time. We gotta go.
All right, guys.
Take
Thanks
care.
for having me.
Oh man.